Yo, what's good YouTube? VISHBEGAMIN here. Today I wanted to show you guys how to make one of the best rim protectors in the league, Bam Adebayo, player who finishes anywhere from top 5 to top 3 in the DPOY conversations. Well versatile, especially in this game for 2K where people like to make shorter big men builds. That way they can not only protect the rim, but also be quick enough to guard the perimeter. And that's what Bam is great at, with the height of being 6'9". We'll tweak up the wingspan and the weight just a smidge. We'll get the height and wingspan exactly of what his is, but we'll make the weight a little lighter to what his actual weight is. I'll also do things to like increase certain stats like ball handling strength, just so I can make the perimeter worth it, make this finishing up a little bit more, but most importantly adjust the wingspan a little bit more so that way the shooting can work a lot more effectively. So if that sounds interesting, let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so first thing we're gonna do is name him Bam Adebayo, make him right-handed, jersey number 13. Position we're gonna put him at is center. But, if you're going to be making a 6'9" build, you could always make him power forward. I'm not even going to get shades of him in this video, just spoiler alert. But, I just did it for the sake of what his position is at center. But yeah, if you want to be power forward, that way you can, have a shorter matchup. Or even small forward, go ahead. But height, 6'9". Weight is originally 255, but we're going to make it 245. That way you can have 76 agility. And then wingspan, we made it 7'1". That way you can eventually have an 87 mid-range. So that way you can get all your shooting badges on silver. Now, first thing we'll do is get our close shot to an 84. That way you can get silver paint prodigy. And I think that's a pretty good close shot for builds that are like 6'5 to the 6'9 range anyways. Driving layup. Also keep it at 80. I would have liked 85, but I mean you could always just go +5 to it to eventually get layup mixed master on silver and unlock tons of other layup animations. But at 80 for Bam is actually pretty good. Driving dunk, we'll still go with 75. You get athletic dunks off 1 and athletic dunks off 2. Standing dunk was originally 81. We're going to go 85. That way you can get the athletic dunks off 1 and athletic dunks off 2. So yes, 81 does give you athletic dunks off 2 and silver rise up. But if you get 85, you'll get the athletic dunks off 1. And that is a little bit of a difference maker. Just like, getting pro contacts off 1 or athletic dunks off 1 right here. Post control will still roll with 79. So you could have the potential of getting post fade phenom on gold. Mid-range, I'm putting it at 82. This is where you should put your +5 cap breakers first thing, so that way you can have an 87 mid-range to get all your shooting badges on silver, which will translate towards the 3-ball of 75. So, if you rhythm shoot and you shoot with silver badges and just find the right jump shot, this should be good enough for you. But, if you're a button shooter like me, you should probably try to get +5 cap breakers towards the 3-ball eventually, so that way you can have an 80, just for the sake of the build working more effectively in a game. But I'm making a Bam build, so he's not that great of a 3-point shooter. He just has the knack of knocking them down every now and then. Now the free throw was like in the low 70s, so we're, for the sake of being able to make them consistently in modes like rec and starting 5, I'm putting it right up to an 89. That way you can comfortably knock them down. Ball handle, I'm putting it up to a 75. That way you can get bronze ankle assassin. And if you have a little wiggle room, you could put 2 cap breakers here to get strong handle going from gold to Hall of Fame. Speed with ball, you could get away with 68 for the bronze lightning launch, just enough for Kevin Durant's dribble style. But I put it up to 70, so that way you have the option of giving the pro dribble style too. And then since pass accuracy is kind of close enough to 55, I went ahead and gave you 55. So that way you can put it on bronze dimer. And if you want, you could use that as a max +2 slot to make that bronze go from that to gold. Perimeter will still roll with 85. And since I adjusted the weight a little bit more, you could go up to 87 even to get Hall of Fame off-ball pest, but I don't really feel like that badge is all that good. The interior was honestly at a perfect sweet spot of it being at 88. This will give you enough wiggle room to go +5 in this slot to make it go up to 93, which is one of the requirements to get post lockdown to Hall of Fame. Steel will still go up to 60 just to get the bronze interceptor. Block was at 74, but I think for a Bam Adebayo build, you should have it more so around 84. That way you can get the silver paint patroller and you're just going to get better blocking animations in general. That's one of the major changes I was making on this build, defensive wise. Defensive rebound, I'm going to go up to 90. That way it gets your offensive rebound exactly at 65. And then you can use cap breakers to your liking, whether you want to just go +2 only to get gold rebound chaser, or you want to go +4 to get box out beast on Hall of Fame. Agility was 75, but we adjusted the weight just a little bit lower so that way you can get 76 agility to get the on-ball menace on silver. Strength was like 85 or something, but I'm putting it at 87. That way you have enough wiggle room to go +5 here, so that way you can get to 92 strength. If you have 92 strength and 93 interior, this will give you Hall of Fame post lockdown. And then if you're making your build specialization on defense, you can use that as a max +1 slot to then make it legend, and then use your max +2 tier 2 on something else like actually that's where post lockdown will be, so I don't know, that's kind of tricky. So you could either choose rebounding or defense, you know, because rebounding covers +2, but defense, you know, you have more options to go like tier 2 on. That's just kind of up to you. And then vertical, we're just going up to 65 just so that you have enough to get bronze posterizer. I get it as a big, maybe you want to go for more, so like 75, 80 for better maybe rebounding animations, but I'm just making a Bam Adebayo build. So, and this is like the most accurate stats to him while still being well versatile on both ends of the court, but most importantly getting your defense all around and rebounding on point while still having enough strength to work with. And you know, you still got decent shooting, you still already had solid finishing before, but now you have just a little bit better finishing. And then the ball handling and speed with ball is going to be much better because you'll have more animations to work with, so you can ISO a little bit. You know, it's better than just having no ball handle at all and then just giving the ball 5 seconds left on the shot clock and just not be able to do anything. But, you know, although we didn't get shades of him, we still got some good shades of in general with DeMarcus Cousins, Jack Sigma, Al Horford, and you get a pretty cool name in two-way midi, creating cleaner. So there you guys have it. If you liked the video, please drop a like. I post build videos 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I also go live on Twitch Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday. And until then, I'll catch you on the next build video. Peace.